Hello, hello, everybody. We are picking up where we left off, where we have the coal and the sulfur right here, and we're gonna turn this into compacted coal right here. So, boom, boom. Let's go ahead and get a nice little factory floor going here. Oh, I'm out of iron plates. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. Anyways, let's see here. It's probably going to come back to bite me in the butt. Tell you what. Alright, now then. In order to make compacted coal, is it an assembler? It is. That's the alternate for compacted coal. How is it normally made? Okay, that's how it's normally made in an assembler. Cool. Alright, so I have a full Mach 4 belt, which is 480. And this takes 25 and 25. So 480 divided by 25 means I can make 19 of these and be okay. So start right here. Put on the compacted coal recipe. And we're making 19 of these. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm now in the water. Alright, now let's see here if we take these. Alright, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I want to put another one on the end? Yeah. Oh. Tell you what. Get rid of all of them. Alright, so that's 14. $15, 16, 17, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright. So actually, you know what? Let's do this differently. There. Alright, so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Alright, so you know what? I'm gonna do this a little differently. So, boom. You go to that one, and you go to that one. Here we go. Alright. Now I grab a couple of spalitos. Okay. Never mind. Alright, you know what? I'll be back. Let me go grab some plates. I will see y'all when I get back over here. I apologize. Alright, welcome back, everybody. I know it was only just a couple seconds for you. So, splitter. I'll put one. I guess right here. Yeah, right there. And then right there. You know what? It'll just be better to do that. And then conveyor belt to there. Conveyor belt to there. Awesome. Alright, so now we'll grab stacking conveyor pole. And we'll put one right here. And then we'll just grab a knock forward belt. It's going to run from here to there. And from here to here. Yeah. Alright, so now we grab splitters. A lot of splitters. So, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. All right. You know what? Let me hook up power around here real quick. That way I can just do. Let's see here. It's gonna be easier to do this. So let's do Beam supports. I want them to run about right here, so we'll put it there. And then we'll grab a painted beam. It's gonna run up 10 meters. And then we'll take this 40 meters to there, 40 meters to there. And we'll grab another beam support. It's gonna be like right here. Get another painted beam, run it 10 meters up. Did I really run it 10? Yes, I did. And then we take the beam connectors, put one there. Put one right there, that way it looks pretty. And now we grab power, we grab wall outlets. One there. There. All right. Let's see here. Grab a double outlet. Slap it right there. You go to right there, and then you will connect to right there. Now, I can put this on. Haha! Now we're in business. Awesome. This makes it so much easier. Alright. Dang it. Try this again. Alright, because these all only need 25 per minute. Okay. But they do need to have... I could do Mach 3s in between them. Yeah, because once it comes in here, it can just do a Mach 3 and a Mach 3. So... Alright. Now we just do the same thing over here. Grab some splitters. We'll put them right here. Now we go through and hook everything up. Alrighty. Awesome. This one's already full of sulfur and soul. Alright. Now let's just do the same thing over here for power. So we're going to run it right there. It's going to go 10 meters in the air. And then 40 meters. Another 40 meters. But it's not going to go as far down as this one. So it's going to go to like right here. Main connector there. And right there. And then we grab some wall outlets. There. There. There and there. There. And there. Nice. All right. Everything is powered. Now we just need some mergers. Hold on. How is this? How much is this producing? Okay, so it needs to all come together and it'll all sit on a 480 build as well. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so how do I want to do this? Because if I remember correctly, in order to make turbofuel, I have to combine fuel with compacted coal. Now, I think I'm making a lot more compacted coal than I am fuel right now. Let's go take a look, shall we? Yeah, so, because I'm making not quite, so let's see here. 19 times 25 is 475. I'm making 475 compacted coal. I've got 40 times what, 12? Yeah, 40 times 12. It's 480. Are you serious? Okay. Fine, we shall overclock this last one so that it's making 30 instead of 25. There. That way I'm making the full 480. Alright, so I'm actually making the exact same amount. Now, how does that... Okay, so it's actually, I need less coal per fuel. So, okay, I don't need to do that then. Alright, so... Now, is there any way I could put some of this fuel in a buffer? Or am I... Because I'm pretty sure I'm consuming the fuel as much as I'm producing. And then we've got all this down here making plastic. Which... It's a lot of plastic. I need to find a way to get all this back too. But anyways, I don't think there's any more oil over here. Let me double check that. Because I'm pretty sure I've got all 4, or is it 3? I guess 3. Yeah. I got all 3 of them tapped. So, yeah, it is 3. So, okay, well, let's see here. So all of these can stay the same. What I need to do is add even more of these, though. I need more refineries. And if it's... I've got 480 fuel. So... Turbofuel. Let me, takes 22.5 per minute to make. And I've got 480. So if I take 480 divided by 22.5, means I can do 21 1/3. Okay. So I'm gonna need 21.3 of these. So it's either gonna be 21 plus another one, or 21 with one of them overclocked to produce another 1/3. I'll probably just do another one and just let it be, you know, let it be at that. But where am I going to do this at? I mean, I guess I could do it like over here. So let me just replace this one that I took earlier. Alright, now I'm going to build out. What kind of footprint are these refineries got? So let's say I put one. Okay, so that being said, let's put that right there. And then grab the refineries. Say we do that. And then we come over here and do the same thing over here. Right there. That'd be okay. Yeah, I suppose that'll work. Turbofuel. Turbofuel. I need how many of these? Basically 22. So I don't have enough motors for this. Dang it. Gotta make yet another trip back. But before we do that, let's just go ahead and get... Let's see here. Logistics. Mergers. And then we'll grab a industrial storage to put right about here. Yeah, right here works. Into there. And now we'll just be stockpiling compacted coal for the time being. Alright, well, I need to run back to base and grab some more motors. So I will be back. Yay. Alright, everybody. Try this again. I made it back here once and realized I was still missing some stuff. So. How many did I say I needed? 22. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't I? Alright, well, let me just add on some more to... That should be enough. Alright. Well, this is at least going to let me get back and forth between the two areas a lot quicker. Alright, so I need copper sheets. I should have known I was going to need copper sheets. Good thing I got plenty of them right here. And now we go back. Yeah, having some hypertube launchers definitely makes getting back and forth a lot easier. Definitely makes map traversal a lot easier. That's for sure. So this is what, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should be all of them, right? So if we start right there and just wing, yep, 22. Because I got 11 on this side, 11 on this side. Alrighty. So that being said, what we're gonna do is, first off, we're just going to make a orange swath, I suppose. Yeah, we'll make an orange swath. This will be fuel. So we'll make that into pipes. Then we shall grab a logistics, pipeline Mach 2. We'll just start down here and work our way down, I suppose. Come as far down as it lets me, and then we'll do it right here. Yeah. And then we'll go from here as far down as it lets me, which is right there. So we'll stop it right here. And then we'll bring it out to, say, right about here for now. Alright. And now we just grab some junctions and just Alright. All of these can just be Mach 1 pipes. Alright. Now we get... Alright, so we'll just, for now, we'll put conveyor pole there. And then we'll put a conveyor pole right there. And we'll put another one right there. And another one right there. And then we'll put one at the end. Right there. And now we will grab some Mach 4 belts. Alright. There. And then this one will connect to right there. And now we grab splitters. Hold on. Before I get too far into this. Am I close enough that I can use this? No, I cannot. Okay, let me fix that real quick. So, for starters, we're gonna run this. It's right here. So we're gonna run it right there. Let me grab another painted beam. We're gonna run it 20 meters high. We'll run it 40 meters out there real quick. We'll grab some wall outlets. There. There, and there for now. Then we'll connect it to right there, and then to right there. There we go. Let's go ahead and do the rest of the power real quick. another architecture, beam support. It'll be basically right along this line. Right? Yeah, it'll be like right here. Up. Two right there. Beam connector there. As well as one way down here. And we come down here. Boom. Now we just gotta do the same thing over here. So we'll grab a beam support, slap one down right there, fly all the way down here, slap another one down right there, painted beam, 20 meters up. 40 meters that way. Beam connector right there. And we grab painted beam. 40 meters that way. 20 meters up. 32 meters right there. Beam connector right there. And now we just go ahead and do power for all of these. Here. We'll slap that one right there. And then we'll run another one to over here. Alright. Now I have no idea how many of these I'm going to need to build to consume all of this turbo fuel. So but let us go ahead and keep working on this now that I got the ability to fly. Logistics, splitter, one there, there, oh, not right there. There and there. This actually needs to be a... It definitely did not need to be a Mach 5 belt. Only needed to be a Mach 4 belt. Whatever. Not gonna hurt anything. Oh yeah. This actually got filled up. So I've got plenty of compacted coal if I want to do anything with it. And I'm going to be producing more than I'm consuming, so... Yep, looks like it's making it all the way down here. I just want to make sure before I step away, make sure it's actually going all the way down. Which it looks like it's doing okay. It's doing good for the most part, so... Well, yeah, because this has one in it, so that means it's making it all the way down here. That's the thing about a manifold system. They're great, but they take forever to fill up. Whereas an actual true division belt system, where everything's divided evenly, those just take so much work. Anyways, this is starting to fill up now, so it won't be long. Alright, so now let's see here. If we go to customizer, and now let's say we edit this one to be, you know, I like that color. Let's make it the color for both. And now this is going to be for the pipes. This is going to be our output, because there's only one output, and it is Turbofuel. So let us grab some Pipeline junctions. Yay. More pipe work. Dang it. Right, and now all of these are going to be connected with Mach 2s. I didn't even think about that. I've got 11 of these, making 5. Oh. So these can hold 600. I got basically 18.75 times 11. Is that right? Okay. It's not near as bad as I thought it was. There we go. And we'll run this to say about right. Run this to about right here, but we'll do it out here. Yeah. We'll connect it to over here. Alright, so to start with, how many of these can I actually take offline and it not hurt me? Each of these are producing 250. Not many. Tell you what, let's start with these. And then So these should slowly empty out, but now what I can do is bring this to right here, and upgrade all of these to Mark 2. As well as paint the rest of these pipes this color, since this is gonna be turbo fuel. Alright. Suppose I should have started with these down here. But it is what it is. For now, let's just connect all of these together so that everything's right. Also, I'm making 480 fuel permanent, right? So I should be able to turn all of these to Mach 2 pipes. Alright. Let's grab this. Run it back here. Take this and run it. There. And we'll run this to say right about. I want to put it right here, but we need to make more platforms first. Alright, so we're getting some flow rate. That's gonna come down there. In turn, fuel into turbo fuel, which will then come out here. Once it truly gets going, yeah, then it'll start making turbo fuel. Whew! I cut it close right here. I did what? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I cut it close. But they're getting up and going. And as they get up and going, I can then go through and replace a bunch of the stuff. For instance, one thing I'm gonna do is put... Actually, you know what? Let's see here. Do that. can put another one of these, say right here. And then we grab that, put it right there. Come on. There we go. All right. I guess I gotta let these run out now. Once they run out of fuel, it'll get replaced with turbo fuel. All right. Yeah, I can disconnect these. We'll go ahead and let it consume most of that. Yep. And as we replace these with turbo fuel, less fuel's getting sent this way, and it'll get sent that way, which then in turns allows us to produce even more turbo fuel to feed more of these fuel power generators. So more and more fuel's just going that way. Now I know I'm gonna need more of these things because fuel power generators consume less turbo fuel than normal fuel. So I'm gonna need more of these, which don't have enough rubber to really make too many more, but that's okay. I can come back and make more. Right now I just need to work towards getting everything swapped over, which is going to take a little bit, but that's okay. We grab pipeline Mach 2. Connect all of these together first. And then full pipe network. Flush. Boom. And now we just recolor everything. As far as I'm aware, these should be going all down this way now. And with them all coming down here, all of these should be operational for the most part. Why ain't you running? You're waiting on fuel. Which, to be fair, you're waiting on fuel too. Once this stabilizes out, because it's 480, so this needs to stabilize down. But the majority of these should be operational. Once it kind of stabilizes out, it should be better. But we just gotta wait for it to stabilize is all. But I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Are these still running on fuel, or are they? Have they? Yep, they've moved over to turbo fuel. All right. Well, we shall let these run for a little while, let everything kind of stabilize, and then once it's stabilized, we shall see how we're looking on turbo fuel consumption versus production, and see how many more of these we need to build. Because I already know I'm going to need to build more. But now that I've got turbo fuel being produced, we should be okay. So, Let's see here. But I believe this is where we are going to call it for today. Everything swapped over to Turbofuel. So we got that going for us. But yep. 18.75 per minute. But basically, we're turning all the fuel into turbo fuel and using that to power our fuel power generators. So now I just need to make more fuel power generators. That way I can up my ceiling because, oh boy. But with that being said, this is where we are going to call it for today. I hope all of you enjoyed this episode of Satisfactory. Ooh, that's a good view of the space elevator. But I will see all of you again next time. Take care, everybody. Toodaloo.